We would now like to start the regular press meeting of Foreign Minister IWAYA. Thank you very much for coming. This afternoon, I received a courtesy call by the chair of United Nations Intergovernmental Negotiation on Security Council Reform, Ambassador Al-Banai, who is the permanent representative of Kuwait to the United Nations. I received a courtesy call by him, and we confirmed that we'll be collaborating further on various challenges pertaining to international fora, including Security Council reform. And this year marks the 80th anniversary of the establishment of the United Nations, with the intensifying division and confrontation when Security Council is not being able to play its expected role. It is very important to achieve concrete progress toward the reform of Security Council. Of course, Security Council reform is not easy, but Japan will continue to work with G4. Japan, Germany, India, and Brazil, they are G4, so Japan will continue to work with G4, the United States, the UK, France, and Africa, and many other countries to cooperate, to engage actively, constructively, and tenaciously in the Security Council reform. This is all from my part. So if you have a question, please raise your hand and please come to the microphone when you are designated. Asahi Shimbun, Matsuyama-san. Matsuyama, Asahi Shimbun, thank you. Regarding the Middle East situation, after the ceasefire of 2 months, Israel resumed attack on Gaza on the 18th. Yesterday, on the 24th, our 2 local journalists of Asahi Shimbun lost their lives in this attack. And about 18 months after the start of the war in Gaza, about 170 journalists have lost their lives. How do you take this fact in your own way? And also, regarding this continuing war in Middle East, from mid to long-term perspective, what kind of action can you take?
About the Israeli military conducting military operation in wide areas in Gaza, they resumed attacks, and there have been many casualties, deaths, including civilians. I'm aware of that. This critical humanitarian situation, including the situation getting even more serious, as Japan, we are strongly concerned about this. Here in Gaza, including journalists, aid workers, many civilians have been attacked and fell victims to these attacks, including the ones you pointed out. This is truly regrettable. To all the victims, I would like to express my deep-felt sympathy, and to the bereaved families, I would like to express my condolences, so that there would be no more casualties amongst civilians. To all the direct parties, including Israel, we strongly demand them abide by the international law, including the international humanitarian law, to relevant countries and international organizations by closely communicating with them for improvement of the humanitarian situation in Gaza, on reconstruction and governance. We would like to get positively involved in the international efforts and for 2-state solution and the long-term establishment, peace and stability. We will continue diplomatic efforts. Kyodo Tsushin, Sakaguchi-san, next question, please. Kyodo, Sakaguchi. President Trump, about his statement on tariffs, about import the vehicles to the United States. Within a few days, he will announce tariffs. About the reciprocal tariffs, they are scheduled to be announced on April 2nd, but there is a possibility that he might announce them before that. The Japanese government has been seeking exemption from the tariffs, but what is your take as the U.S. has made that announcement? How do you intend to seek the exemption? Any concrete measures, please?
Yes, I am aware of the President Trump's remarks that you mentioned, according to the media report, regarding the automobile tariffs, the government of Japan, including myself, and I talked with my counterpart, Secretary Marco Rubio. I repeatedly made a proposal. And also the other day, METI Minister Muto visited the United States, and he requested the exemption to his counterpart as well. In this way, the government at the various levels have been explaining Japan's concern and has been asking for the exemption of Japan from the said tariff. Going forward, the tariff measures by the United States, we are going to scrutinize the substance of the measures and review the potential impact on Japanese economy. And at the same time, we will closely consult with the United States and we take necessary measures down the road. China, Shanghai, Donghua TV, Son-san. I am Tokyo Bureau journalist. I have a question regarding the Japan-China ROK trilateral and Japan-China foreign ministers meeting. What was the atmosphere of the meetings, and did you achieve outcome you expected?
First of all, Japan-China South Korea foreign minister meeting in a very amicable, friendly environment. The meetings were held. In this meeting, Japan-China South Korea cooperation and regional international situations, from an overarching perspective, we were able to conduct candid exchanges of opinions. We concurred on promoting future-oriented cooperation amongst the three countries. Specifically, we are planning to hold a Japan-China ROK summit in Japan. About the timing and the date, this has to be coordinated going forward. Towards this trilateral summit, along the three pillars, in order to obtain the concrete outcomes, we concurred on accelerating coordination regarding the three pillars. First, knowing each other better. Number two, cooperation to shape and protect the livelihoods. Number three, joint efforts of all generations to tackle common challenges. But the Japan-China Foreign Ministerial Meeting and Japan-China high-level economic dialogue, again, in a very friendly atmosphere, the meetings were held, I believe. At the Japan-China Foreign Ministerial Meeting, we concurred on reducing issues and concerns, and also concurred on solidifying efforts to increase cooperation and cooperation. About the Japan-China high-level economic dialogue, it was a very active discussion, and we overran by 60 minutes. We were able to candidly express our concerns and to deepen the understanding, and partially we believe we were able to alleviate the misunderstanding. Specifically, green economy, a response to declining birth rate, aging society in wide-ranging areas, we concurred on promoting mutually beneficial practical cooperation. Not just limited to the discussions on cooperation, to resolve issues and concerns, we had candid discussions on these challenges. By having high-level rounds of meetings, one by one, it's important to resolve those issues, concerns, one by one. From me, for instance, towards the resumption of the Japanese aquatic products, I talked about the related processes. It was very significant that we were able to confirm the development. In addition, East China Sea situation include the Senkaku Islands situation and heightened activities of Chinese military, boys, detention of Japanese nationals, to ensuring safety and security of Japanese nationals, issues thereof, and peace and stability of Taiwan Strait, South China Sea, and the Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region situation. On those issues and concerns, candidly, I conveyed the Japanese thinking and concerns, requesting China's response. Any other questions? Yes, please, Hara-san. Sankei Harakawa. Japan-China Foreign Ministerial meeting, you were able to alleviate the misunderstanding. What are you referring to specifically?
For details, I would like to refrain from making comments that various trade practices and the questions we each other have. So the opinions are raised from China and Japan, and we were able to come to agreement, and also we were able to dispel misunderstanding as well. This concludes the meeting. Thank you.